What if one narrow waterway could stop the world's oil, shake every economy, and push powerful nations toward conflict tonight? Across the horizon, powerful warships moved closer, while every radar signal warned that the next few minutes could change everything. But the greatest danger was never the warships. It was the invisible defense network already watching every movement across the strait. Now the world faced one impossible question. Could one narrow waterway pull every major power into the same dangerous crisis? At 2:17 a.m., the world's busiest oil route fell silent. Within moments, every captain knew something was terribly wrong. Within seconds, armed speedboats surrounded the giant tanker. Nobody knew who would make the first move in the darkness. A warning echoed across the sea. No ship would pass beyond this point until further orders arrived. Thousands of miles away, emergency meetings had already begun. Washington knew the crisis could spread across the entire world.
Nearly 1/5 of the world's oil depended on this narrow passage. Now, global trade was beginning to slow.
The world watched in silence as one narrow waterway threatened to shake the entire global economy. This narrow passage carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil. Every hour it remains blocked changes everything. Without this route, millions of barrels of oil never reach the countries that depend on them every single day. The shock would travel far beyond the Middle East, reaching factories, airports, and homes across the entire world.
Markets react within minutes. Oil prices surge, investors panic, and uncertainty spreads faster than anyone expected.
Far away, American warships were already moving. Every minute now could decide what happened next. The crisis had only begun. The next decision could change the balance of power across the entire region. The danger was not only on the surface. Hidden beneath the sea, another deadly threat was already waiting.
A single hidden mine could stop a giant tanker and block one of the world's busiest sea routes.
Along the coastline, powerful missile systems stood ready. Every ship entering the strait was now within range. Above the strait, surveillance drones watched every movement. Nothing escaped their eyes for even a single moment. Every ship, every jet, and every signal showed up on Iran's control screens. Every move was watched in real time. America knew reopening this passage would never be easy. Every move now carried enormous risk for both sides. America responded fast. A powerful carrier strike group sailed toward Hormuz, ready for whatever came next. Fighter jets launched into the sky. Every mission now carried the risk of changing history forever. American aircraft watched every move. The entire operation depended on speed, timing, and perfect coordination. Destroyers moved into position. One wrong decision could turn this crisis into a full military conflict.
Inside the Pentagon, every decision mattered. One mistake could pull the region into a much larger war.
Now the world waited. One small mistake could ignite a conflict that no nation truly wanted.
Israel moved its forces into position. Every nation knew the crisis could spread far beyond the Gulf. Military leaders watched every update. One unexpected move could pull another country into the growing crisis. China depended on Gulf oil. Every hour of delay increased pressure on factories, shipping, and the economy. Higher oil prices reached factories first. Production slowed as energy costs climbed across major industries. India also felt the pressure. Rising fuel costs threatened transport, business, and daily life. The crisis reached every continent. A single waterway now threatened the rhythm of the entire global economy.
Now the world faced one question. Would diplomacy win, or would military action decide the future?
World leaders searched for a peaceful answer. But time was running out with every passing hour. Slowly, the first ships moved again. But the world had already learned a powerful lesson.
One narrow waterway reminded the world how fragile global stability can truly become during a crisis. The Strait of Hormuz is only a narrow passage, yet its future could shape the future of the entire world. The next global crisis may already be unfolding. Stay with First Decode for the stories the world cannot ignore. If you enjoyed this documentary, like, share, and subscribe to First Decode for more stories that shape our world.